We can wait for people to show up. You, what you want? What you want, huh? What you want, Talkie? What you want, Talkie, Talkie? Ugh. Alright. Okay, so I suppose we could lower this down a bit. Not everything needs to be seen, but most things are definitely supposed to be. So. Hey, what is up? Welcome to the stream. I appreciate those who showed up. If you don't want to show up, you don't have to be here, but you can be. If you can be, I would appreciate it. Still setting up the set here. Still setting everything up, and everything's getting ready to go. But pretty much we're all set up here and ready for this unbox and chill. So I need to make sure all my smaller bots here are ready for this, not this guy, for this guy's review. Got to get this guy's review ready to go. I already got Knight Rider's review ready to go, so that one, or Agent Knight, excuse me, that guy's review is ready to go. So, but this one has to get released first, as according to everybody. So, if you give me just a moment, I shall be right back and talk amongst yourselves if you guys would like to for just a brief moment. So give me just a second here. We'll finish setting up the set here, and then I shall return. I've been requested to come somewhere else for a moment, but that is okay. That is okay. Not very many people are here, so we're good. So there we go. I'll be right back. Oh, what's the matter, Whiny? Hello, people. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello. Hello. I apologize if I am late. Usually people don't show up for a good few minutes, so I usually don't know what else to do. But no, today we're going to be unboxing this. This guy is brand new for 2025, absolutely 100% brand new. So it literally comes like this. I ordered it and it came out of the Amazon box like this. His head, you do not get to see the head sculpt. It's just pushed all the way up. So once again, just not quite something very thrilled about, but let's just pull this dude out. So I don't think there's anything else I'm missing here. Oh, look at that. Look at that ugly face. Oof. It's beautiful. It's beautifully done. Hasbro, you're doing good. You're bringing me back to the want of this after the mess that was the Lego Optimus Prime. Oh my word. I still have no idea how many other parts might be missing from that set. I had to call Lego up and tell them, I'm like, hey, page, like I gave them the specific page number, the parts that are missing from them, all of it. They were not very thrilled that something like that happened, and they said, we apologize, that usually doesn't happen. I'm like, well, it did. You guys screwed up, and it was not it wasn't a fault of anybody's but your own. So that's pretty much what happened with me and Lego. And Lego was just like, yeah, we're really sorry about that. I'm like, well, you should be. I mean, this is a gift for Christmas, but at the same time, I mean, come on, guys. Okay, that's gotta go like that, and then this goes like this. Okay, that makes more sense. Oh, so you can have it being the regular. Can you have it being the regular old Dread? I don't know. Can it? Is it? I know it's not supposed to stand up, but can he? Well, I suppose the only way we're gonna find out is putting him in robot mode, or whatever mode this is. Dog mode, whatever. Oh yeah, the mouth does open and close. That's one thing I'm very thrilled about though with this figure. So I guess we can. Yeah, that's how it's designed. That's not quite my favorite, but not the worst design I've seen. So, you know, can't say that's bad, but I also can't say that's a 100% bingo go factor for me. But I can definitely say I'm starting to understand this a little bit better here. So this looks so much better than the first version of Hatchet we got. They did stand in the movie. Yeah, they did stand, but I know they're supposed to stand, but the thing though is that there already is another version of this character. So, yeah, he got that dog in him. Yeah, you're definitely right. He got that dog in him for sure. All right, I just got to make sure that I'm doing this properly because there's not a ton of reviews out on this guy yet. I feel kind of lucky that I'm one of the first few who actually get to take a look at this. And I didn't have to wait for a massive pre-order. Like seriously, I did not have to wait for a gigantic pre-order date. Like everybody's hearing is like, oh, well, this isn't gonna get here till like, you know, March. I guess they're making the scene on the high. Yes, that is why. If nobody knows about this dude, that's why I have the Studio Series Dino out here right now. So, but yeah, no. I feel like if Emgo is going to do a skit with this dude, I feel like it's going to be something along the lines of, you know, Dino. He's got like maybe he's using some of the claws, like the claws or something from Battle Trap, and he's using them to be able to hold on to it, and you just see him bark 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 bark. You know, the whole thing. It's just awesome. Who is the fattest Transformer? Well, there's a lot of myths surrounding that, believe it or not, because chunkiness can be attributed to a lot of things. Like, for example, it can be attributed to, you know, gear. Like, for example, in Transformers The Last Knight, Hound makes note of the fact that everybody's like, how come you're so fat? And he's like, that's not fat, it's just my gear. I'm not even sure this is this even now I'm gonna have to take a look at the instructions because I genuinely have no idea where that's supposed to clip on. It looks like it's supposed to clip on onto the back, but it's not staying put. So, yeah, definitely Hound was the fattest. Yeah, well, I don't know. There's a couple other ones that were also pretty fat and really ridiculous too. So I mean, there's a lot of fat Transformers as per canon in the universe. Like for example, there's a couple Decepticons that are pretty fat too. Like, yeah. All right, so let's take a peek at where all this is supposed to stay. That is terrible engineering. This is supposed to come under here. That's terrible. Why would you have it designed like that? Okay, I slightly see this better now. Okay, it is supposed to be like this. That makes sense. I'm just not thrilled with all of this. I'm just not thrilled with the fact that there's... Okay, yeah, that's exactly how that's supposed to be. I am right. So this just clips on back here. There's this very thin little tab back here, and this just clips right onto it. Okay, it doesn't hold in very securely, but it does stay there. So, but yeah, no, this is the only one of the dreads that I chose to pick up because I mean it's the... I have a feeling in like another year's time or so, I feel like we're gonna get actually no, not this year but next year. I have a feeling that next year we're gonna get the Dark of the Moon 10-year anniversary pack, and there's gonna be this sitting in there, and there's gonna be two different packs that's gonna come out for the 15th anniversary. I think it's gonna be this guy, the Dark of the Moon Sideswipe, and two of this guy, and one of this guy and somebody else. Definitely Hound. Oh, it's his bumper diaper. I appreciate that love and thought, man, because that makes slight sense, but at the same time, Jeremy Clarkson would call that the bumper dumper, but actually, yeah. I am a little bit of a fan of Top Gear lately. It's an amazing show. Y'all should definitely go check it out. So, but yeah, so now I got to figure out how to transform this bastard. Which, like I said, there's not a lot of reviews out there to show me how to do this guy, because this guy hasn't really shown up for people yet. So, yeah. All right. Okay. Okay, I see how this is supposed to go. That's going to have to curl inward. That's going to have to close up. That's going to have to be like that. Let's see here. Oh, these fold inwards. That's a nice feature. These fold inward. I wish I would have known that earlier. So, yeah, it's like watching a monkey fumble around with his toys for a moment here. There we go. You ever see that video of the orangutan trying to solve the Rubik's Cube? I was gonna say, if nobody's seen that one's a very, very entertaining video, if I must say. So, what are the most well-known female Transformers? Okay, well, if you're asking me or the person in the comment section here, I mean, either one works. I mean, he's not wrong. Those are the more common ones that are known. But there are certain other ones, like Firestar. There's ones like Firestar. There's ones like Windblade, which people should know. There's only a grand total of 3 that are shown in the movieverse, which are RC, Chromia, and Elita 1. What the hell? Okay. Yeah, this is not... okay, I don't hate this mold. I just don't like the way that this folds up together, and a lot of this does not stay put. Okay, so there's where this tab needs to go in. Okay, that's where that goes. There's where that goes. So, Hey, what's up, Zaga the animator? How you doing? How you doing? Yeah, this is Studio Series Hatchet. I'm not even joking. It's a Studio Series Hatchet from Dark of the Moon. This figure was like literally I had to buy it last month, and then after I bought it last month, they told me it would get here January 1st, and it didn't get here till January 2nd. But that's fine. Because originally they were telling me I was gonna have to wait till tomorrow for this thing to show up. But you all know me, I'm not a massive fan of waiting. Who waits for this stuff? You know, I'm just joking. But now sometimes patience is a virtue for everybody, and it's got to be learned. Patience is not always easy. So, all right, just make sure. I'm just trying to make sure all of this is put into place properly. And I just don't want this panel here because this panel decides to pop off. I don't want bits to snap. I don't want bits to break. There we go. That's what I wanted. Okay, that makes me feel better about finishing up this SUV. All right, there we go. And that's where this is going to reside. There we go. I like this. This looks beautifully done. Can we see a leader class Bumblebee? I don't think we're gonna get a leader class Bumblebee, and no, I do not have leader class Bumblebee. So if you're asking if I have one, no, I do not. If you're asking, will you get one? Maybe. I don't know. I don't think we're gonna get another leader class Bumblebee anytime soon, specifically because unless they do another solo movie, then maybe, but I don't see that happening for a minute. They need to regroup and pick up the pieces of what was left after Transformers after the disaster that was Transformers 1. Now, I'm not saying the movie was bad. The movie was amazing. Dinos just standing there menacingly. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. But they're not in their boxes. They're definitely not in their boxes. I'm very patiently, very sarcastically waiting for Superion to come off. Okay, I actually have a small bone to pick with Superion, and I'm actually kind of disappointed with it. Now, originally I was very excited about it because I'm like, hey, aerial bots, another chance to get myself another combiner, another chance to get myself something amazing. Cool things, right? Well, firstly, it's not animation accurate, so already big fat for me. So, not very thrilled with that. Not saying that it's a bad thing for you to get, but for me, what frustrates me about this the most, is this is also once again Hasbro showing how cheap they can be. What do I mean by that? Well, hold on here. So, how did Megatron change vehicle mode so fast without scanning the form of one when he was revived in the water? He didn't need to. It was already pre-programmed for him. If I really need to geek out on you for a minute here, it was already programmed into his scan. Basically, they rebuilt him with the parts that they wanted for him to transform. And basically with what he had to think of a design to come up with, and he already had one in mind because hey, he turned into a Cybertronian tank slash jet. I don't see any of that roaming around on the roads today, do you? So good lord. I don't know where I'm supposed to stick this. This piece is very confusing to me. So, but no, not looking for one at all. Not even in the slightest. I'm not looking for a leader class Bumblebee. If there's a leader class Bumblebee that comes out, it's gonna have to come out in Studio Series or it's gonna have to come out in the original main line for whatever is coming out next. Because I won't buy it if that's the case. I just won't. Not saying you shouldn't, but I don't. I did not care for the Dark of the Moon Bumblebee. I did not care for the Age of Extinction Bumblebee. And I definitely, actually, no, that's a lie. I did care for the Costco Revenge of the Fallen exclusive Ultimate Bumblebee. I think that was one of the few big ones that they had that could be done with that. So, yeah. So, coming out later this week, or next week, we'll have the review for this guy, we'll have the review for this guy, and we will have, hold on here, how much responsibility would it be to having a pet animal transformer? Uh Sam didn't have any pets. pet Transformers. You should honestly ask Cade Yeager. You should honestly ask Cade Yeager because if you guys remember in Transformers The Last Night, they had the baby Dinobots. And they kind of were like his pets. Don't you dare tell me about that about Chihuahuas. The only thing that those things are good for are making a lot of noise. That's it. And ruining a carpet, excuse me. So, Sam had a dog in the first movie, right? Yes, he had a dog in the first movie, but he didn't did the dog did not transform. If you would like to rephrase the question here, it says, how much responsibility would it be to having a pet animal transformer? So basically, if somebody had a transformer as a pet, as in like a Dinobot or, you know, freaking Ravage, you know, I mean, I think that's what he's more likely referring to. So, pets are not their responsibility. They are some responsibility. I mean, I have my responsibility sitting right here next to me. He's very, very unhappy that I'm talking to you guys right now. If you guys can hear him, that's because I'm scratching him on his behind and he's loving it. So, but no, I'm quite excited for how this looks and turned out. I think I need to get one or two more dread bots. I think I need to get, yeah, one or two, and then I can complete the dreads here, the Dark of the Moon dreads. I'm actually just really excited for this dude's review. So, well, maybe not this dude's review. I've filmed the Knight Rider review or Agent Knight review. That one, I'm excited for that one. That one, I right before I filmed the review, I put fresh LR44 batteries into his into the chest plate where you can unscrew it and then it gives you all the cool shit. But I already put those in there. It's just so nice. It's just so nice to hear that thing talking finally. So, but yeah, there's Soundwave, and then there's Dino. That being said, more figures that are coming out for this year. I'm excited because if I'm not mistaken, the next wave for Studio Series is going to be the wave that they introduce Q, right? So, where they introduce Q or Dark of the Moon Wheeljack for all of you Japan fans. So yeah. Yeah. Who would win, Dino Megatron or Grimlock? Oh, okay, so Beast Wars Megatron. I'm gonna say regular. Oh, wait a minute. Do you mean? This is my next question. Do you mean Beast Wars Megatron and Beast Wars Grimlock, or do you mean Beast Wars Megatron and G1 Grimlock? I mean, it's the same continuity, but it's definitely it's different timeline. So I'll answer the first one. Yes, Beast Wars Megatron. Okay. I think if we're going to talk about, I'm just going to assume that Zaga the Animator is correct here on this one. But Beast Wars Megs and G1. Okay, thank you for clarifying. I appreciate that. I'm going to have to say that one goes to Grimlock without question. Now, the reason why I'm saying this is if you guys don't remember, but in Beast Wars, the Predacons and the Maximals were tiny. They were small. They were really small compared to the original Transformers. Like for example, if I'm to put this into comparison for you, this Rumble and Dino being G1 size, or actually no, it's more like Voyager Soundwave, and this guy being the size of the Maximals, this guy being the size of G1. So yeah, there's an episode in there that explains everything. So yeah, but I'm going to say my pick for that would probably be G1 Grimlock because I mean, granted, yes, he's dumb and stupid. He is just big, hulky, and ready to go to town on anybody who's willing to go scrap with him. So I can't complain on that. No. I gotta say though, if they do decide to re-release, well, actually, I think if they were, I honestly am a little bit miffed a little bit with this figure, and I'll tell you why. The reason I'm slightly miffed about this guy is they included a tail slash weapon slash whatever the heck this is supposed to be, but they did not include any whips or hook things for him to attach to. So I'm a little miffed by that. Because such a wasted opportunity, man. That's just such a wasted opportunity. So, yo, what is up, Skibbity Jacket? What is up, Mid Art? Welcome, welcome to the stream. Appreciate y'all tuning in. Appreciate it, appreciate it. Welcome, welcome. We definitely just unboxed and just finished unboxing, actually. We just finished unboxing Studio Series 117, 117. We unboxed Master Chief's number, finally. But anyways, we just unboxed the Studio Series Hatchet, and I just got him all transformed up into his vehicle mode. Twitch, it's a hollow vehicle. Look at that. You can see right through it. That's hollow. I was gonna say it felt a little light, but you know what? I ain't gonna complain. I ain't gonna complain on that because you know what? It's still a wonderful figure. I'm glad to at the very least have somebody for this guy to attach to. So, hey, it's wonderful. It's a wonderful thing. So this guy's the first review that will be coming out on Monday. Then we will have Night Riders come out on Friday. And then Saturday we will have Rumbles. And the week after that, following that, we are going to try. Okay, now I'm going to try because I also have this one here too. I also have Lego Bumblebee. So I'm going to try and put together Lego Bumblebee before we complete Optimus Prime, because Optimus Prime is completely missing so many parts. It's not even a joke. I have a Berserker fig. He has the same car mode. I got him for $15, and his hair does not get in the way. Well, yeah, that's cool. But this is Hatchet. This is the one that he attaches to in the movie and rides and gets to ride him like a freaking dog sled. So this is his guy. This is the guy that he deals with. So, yeah. But this is the brand new one that is slated to come out probably within the next week and a half, 2 weeks. So we're talking about the one that was canceled from the Buzzworthy Bumblebee line. So yeah, this figure and Legacy Hound were supposed to be in the Buzzworthy Bumblebee line, but as you all know, they discontinued the Buzzworthy Bumblebee line, and now they're back to having store exclusives with no exclusivity line. So now that we're back to that, what was it? The 2-packs, those are now exclusives to Targets, or at least certain 2-packs. What is it? There are other certain ones that are linked there, like the 2-pack. There's the 2-pack. There's the Childhood Trauma 2-pack. There's the Rise of the Beasts Optimus Prime. That one's supposed to come out again this year too. Or they're supposed to redo that one this year too. How many Transformers could Prime combine with? If we're talking about just movies, he's only ever done that with one that I'm aware of. Um, because at least that's all they show in the movie. So he's only compatible with Jetfire to my knowledge, but in certain other continuities, I do happen to know he combines with Ultra Magnus. He happens to combine with like three or four types of characters in Transformers Cybertron. So I want to say somewhere in the Hey, what's up? And I'm Shri Das. How you doing? How you doing? Welcome, welcome. Um, but yeah, there's in Transformers Cybertron, I can think of off the top of my head, there's three. So, oh, I'm excited for the Sonic collaboration. The one that I'm mainly excited for though is Tails. I'm not that big of a fan of Sonic, but I do like that Tails figure. That one looks amazing. I'm really excited for how that one looks. But the problem is, if you want Tails, you have to buy Sonic too. So, but that being said, I did get to see Sonic the Hedgehog 3. That is a wonderfully done movie. However, I'm going to just say this, it felt a little too cartoony to me. And I'm not saying that because I did watch the original show, I did watch a couple things, but I did not like the fact that they took it to such a cartooned up level where I didn't feel like I was watching a movie anymore. I felt like I was just watching Saturday morning cartoons, which I don't need to pay $10 a ticket to do that. So, I have one Nemesis Prime figure actually. I have the 2001 RAD Scourge. So, it's the Velocitron Speedia 500 collection, but it's still Legacy and it's still a Nemesis Prime figure or Nemesis Prime. Oh, is somebody awake? Yes. Are you happy that I let you snooze for a minute there, little dude, huh? So, but yeah, so but no, I think that the Tails figure is probably what people are gonna buy it for. That Sonic figure, probably not so much because I mean, don't get me wrong, I feel like if that was Sonic, then yeah, that would definitely work out, but it kind of doesn't because we don't really see very many cars that Sonic comes into play with. Like if they decide to do a shadow figure, it has to be like it has to be. Um, that's great that you've got the Bumblebee version. That's cool. But well, once again, it all depends on which continuity you're looking at there, sir. Azilla, there's a or not, yeah, Azilla, there's a ton of continuities where Nemesis Prime is stronger and Optimus Prime is stronger than Nemesis Prime. There are so many continuities. You just need to pick one and choose that one as the one that you want. Because honestly, there's so many times that I can think of where Optimus Prime has come into contact with Nemesis Prime. And the only one that actually capitalized on that whole idea was the Netflix show Kingdom. So the Transformers Netflix, there were three seasons to it. It was Siege, Earthrise, and Kingdom, which were the same lines that came out for the toys. But if you had those ones, you were pretty much if you had watched those ones, I would consider that a decent okay one to consider, definitive, all of that. But I'm gonna have to say on this one, it's probably gonna be Optimus Prime. Just to hedge my bets here. I do think it would probably be Optimus Prime. I'm not even gonna lie. So, like Optimus Prime, you can put as many Decepticons as you want up against him. So, are the 2-pack with Breakdown and Windsweeper worth get what? The 2-pack Windbreaker and Wind with Breakdown and Windsweeper. I think it could be. I think it's. I don't have those two figures, so I can't tell you that I would personally go and buy them because I don't have them. But if there's something you're interested in purchasing, that's cool. Yeah, the toy line was amazing. I'm not even gonna lie. The Kingdom toy line, it's still amazing because they overproduced a ton of that stuff. So you can still probably go out and find that in the second and third markets and still not pay a shit ton of money. Like seriously, I think the most I paid for a Kingdom figure was $80, and that was my Kingdom Galvatron, which I'm still a little miffed at, but no, I'm not calling you different. I'm just saying I don't own those, so I can't tell you whether or not you should purchase them because you asked me a question here with that. I used to. Sridas. I used to have the Dark of the Moon Shockwave, but I had the Byway version. I had the knockoff, but Mr. Normal Person has a lot of Transformers lore and stuff like a big deep dive, so he might answer some of your questions. Hold on here. Yeah. So, anyways, just calm down, Azilla. Don't worry about it. It's not that big of a deal. Everybody's getting defensive. Why don't we all just take a page from Snoop Dogg's book, take some edibles with Martha Stewart, and chillax on the couch? So it's fine. You got just don't worry about it. I can answer questions. Just take note. If there's a ton of stuff that I can answer for you at one given question, I'll try. But if it's like a very broad question, I can't really give you a definitive answer because there's so many different versions of Transformers. Like for example, there's Generation 1, there's Generation 2, there's Beast Wars, there's Beast Machines, there's Robots in Disguise from 2000. There's that one. Then you've got the or the Unicron trilogy, which was Armada, Energon, and Cybertron. And then you've after that you have the Transformers animated continuity, and after the Transformers animated, you have the aligned continuity, which continues on with Transformers Prime. What was it? RID and Cyberverse. I think it was those three specifically that they all align up a little bit. I can't remember if Cyberverse was one that they did or not, but those ones line up, and then all of a sudden now you have another brand new continuity that's coming through with what was it? Transformers Earthspark. So you've got that coming down the line, and now you've got yet another continuity coming down the line with Transformers 1. So, and I'm not even talking about the live action one, the canceled live action ones, the television shows they were planning on producing. Dude, there's loads of continuities that I could tell you. So, I'm not saying this to be mean to anybody. I'm just saying, like, I need you to narrow down your question just a little bit more. That's all I'm saying. So, and take note, that is nothing ashamed of the question. The questions that you guys are asking me are wonderful. I 100% love answering these questions. It's what I do. That's why I do these live streams. You know, sometimes you learn something. Sometimes people ask you good enough questions, and you have to be smart enough to say, I don't know the answer to that. So, yeah. But usually the information that is good, usually the information that I give is pretty good. Not the best, but it's okay. So, let's all just calm down. Let's reset here, and I will try to answer the next question as best I can. So, if you have any other questions, just let me know. So, but that being said, I'm actually quite excited for this year's Studio Series figures because number one, we're getting rid of this recyclable plastic packaging, like plasticless packaging, and it's not even plasticless packaging. It's actually packaging with plastic straps covering a plastic figure. So if Hasbro really wanted to do something about this, they would, I don't know, make biodegradable toys. I have no freaking clue. What's my favorite Transformer figure? Ooh, that's a good one. That's a really good one. That's a very good one, Shrida. That's Das. That's a very good question. Now, if I was a little younger, I would probably just pull the newest figure that I just purchased and say, "Oh, this is the greatest one. This is the best thing ever that's come out." No, yeah, no. Now that I'm a little older and I've gotten a little bit more taste for things and I've understood things a little bit better, I am probably going to have to say that my favorite one out of all the figures I've ever collected is actually one that hasn't been released in a long, long time. And actually over a decade now. So, if you guys do you guys remember the original Transformers Dark of the Moon Sentinel Prime, but not the Voyager, the leader class? That thing was wonderful, and that one gave my brain a challenge when I got it. So, oh, any Decepticons in Legacy I would recommend. Yeah, actually, and it's not really even a Decepticon. It's more of like a. You can probably go find this at. It's actually not even. They're not even Decepticons. They're pirates. I would recommend this. You can get Filch too, but this particular one right now is at Walmart for $20. So I would recommend that one because it comes with not just one figure, it comes with three. It comes with Thundertron from the Align continuity, comes with Calcitron from the Rock Lords continuity, and Night Strike from the IDW continuity. At least that's what I understand, that Night Strike is from the Align continuity. So, what things do you like doing / talking about that is not Thomas the Train, Halo, or... well, I have a lot of things that I do. Particularly, I am an Eagle Scout, so I like to go outside. I like to build fires. I like to go camping, kind of stuff. So I do like that sort of thing. In next week, I will be starting courses to go get my medical assistance to go get my medical assistance certificate. So I gotta say that's been quite fun. One other thing I do like to talk about is other British television shows, like particularly Top Gear. So, what was the hardest Transformer figure to transform? Ooh, you might actually have me on that one because the majority of my actually, I know exactly which one it is. I know exactly which one it is because I have tried transforming this thing 4 different times, and every time it either comes out mistransformed, unaligned, or otherwise it may or may not break. And that one is going to be Transformers Studio Series Voyager class Mixmaster. Hi, buddy. So, but yeah, no, the Voyager class Mixmaster. Oh my gosh, I hated that figure so freaking much with a passion. I still hate it with a passion. So yeah, um, but yeah, no, that was probably the hardest one that I've ever had to transform. So, actually, no, that's even more of a lie. The hardest one that I think it was to transform was actually the Transformers Generations Deluxe Class Galvatron. That thing was a bitch and a half to complete. Holy cow. You either you did not complete that figure without popping off an arm socket, removing one of the legs from the mushroom pegs. Um what was it? You never did not get the cannon to line up properly in tank mode and in robot mode. So regardless of which mode you had it in, it still looked and felt terrible in the hands. The instructions were not really clear on how to transform it very well. So yeah, I do not have any Doctor Wu figures, Amshrida. I do not. I thought you said you weren't going to show up there, Optimus Prime edits. But anyways, what about MPM Drift from? There is no MPM Drift. There is no MPM Drift there, Optimus Prime edits. There is no MPM Drift. No, you don't. You do not have the movie masterpiece Drift. There, I guarantee you do not have it because it doesn't exist. You might have a third party one, but it's not MPM. I guarantee you. If he says he does, he does. And Preston Singvongsa, I'm going to tell you right now, it's a knockoff. It's either a knockoff or it's a third party. So before you even try to tell me I'm wrong, I'm correct. Oh yeah, Filch definitely getting her. Yeah, it's a knockoff there, but it's either a knockoff or a third party. So anyways, oh yeah, Filch definitely getting her. Hoping they make more figures for RID 2015. Really enjoyed the designs and stories around Steeljaw's Decepticon. I'm not gonna lie, I did not watch Transformers Prime. Well, okay, that's a lie. I watched a little bit, but not a lot. Um, I watched, I think I want to say maybe like 7 or 8 episodes of season one. I saw the Beast Hunters one that they did, like the special that they did, and then I watched the finale with my brother, who, by the way, is the guy who gifted me the Agent Knight. But there's yeah, I think that would yeah. So that I yeah, I think I watched the first season of 2015 RID because it was definitely good. What's my favorite Transformer? I've already explained that one twice, but I'll tell you one more time. It is the Transformers Dark of the Moon Leader Class Sentinel Prime. That is my absolute favorite. Now, my thoughts on Transformers Prime were okay. Take note when Transformers Prime came out, I was like maybe a young teenager. I think didn't it come out in 2012, something like that? I think it came out in 2012 because right after Transformers '07 came, the '07 movie came out, we had Transformers animated, and that lasted all the way up to 2009 or 2009, 2010. And then after that, we got Dark of the Moon, and then after that, it was Transformers Prime. Now, I am personally very miffed off at Cartoon Network for not, oh hey, what's up, Squawk Squawk? How you doing? How you doing? So yeah, but no, I did not watch Transformers Prime all that much, but I think hold on here. But my thoughts on it are it's not animated. It's not animated. That's my one thing where I'm like, you guys had every opportunity to renew animated for a fourth season, and you guys chose to do something completely brand new, which is once again totally fine. I have no problems with that. But what frustrated me about it was that animated had such a good cliffhanger, and you cut it off right there. Like, boom, right there. I wasn't the biggest fan of the toy line, but no, but animated was something that I quite enjoyed. See you later there, Azilla. Have a good night. So, but no, it's just I think I thought the toy line was okay, but that was kind of right around the time I stopped paying attention to Transformers. So you think they'll revisit Headmaster characters in the far future using the engineering of modern figures? I do. I actually do think they're going to do that, specifically because they're going to be re-releasing the Titans Return Triptychon in G1 colors. Your favorite Transformer combiner. The only one that I have is Devastator. So yeah, Devastator for sure. But oh, actually no, I also had the Wing Saber one too. But hold on here. Um, to hold on, we will continue on with this stuff, but I'm just going to continue on with Mid Art's question here really quick. I do think they're going to redo the Titan Masters, specific Titan Masters though. They're going to be very selective about what happens next. So I'm very very curious to see what they do along the lines with Age of the Primes. I have a feeling that they're going to release a Titan Master with a different gimmick, a different head sculpt, a different all of that. I have a feeling they're going to do that a little later, but I don't know that that's going to 100% happen. I feel like it will, but I don't know. So, My favorite Transformer combiner, as I said, Devastator. What's my biggest problem with 86 Prime? My biggest issue with it is probably the price point. Yeah, you should never pay $90 for that. I think if you're gonna pay any sort of money for that thing, I think 60 would be a reasonable price point. 65. It's much better than the trash they were trying to charge for this thing. Holy cow! I went to a Walmart in Washington State. Okay, the price tag for that one, for just the big one alone, was $94. 94 freaking dollars for that 3-pack. I would never pay that. So, yeah. But I it's $94. They tried to charge me $94 to buy that. I bought that on walmart.com for 40. I've bought it for 40. And from what I hear now, it's on clearance for 22. So, yeah, I'm not real too thrilled with Walmart on dropping the ball on that 3-pack and basically saying, "Oh, if everybody wants this, then yeah." Yeah, exactly. 94, make it 45, and maybe. Yeah, and here's the thing. I think I paid just under $40. 94 for a piece of plastic is crazy. Well, it is and it isn't. I mean, would you pay $94 for 10,000 pieces of plastic? Because that's about how much this guy costs with tax. Now take note, that was a gift for me under the tree. So I know the person who purchased it for me did not pay $94 for that. I guarantee they did not, because I know this person, they like to get their bargains. So okay, so the third okay, so the second iteration that they did with this one with with the 3-pack, they actually added a hook to him, and they added it more, and they made it more animation accurate to what they were going to try to do. So it's not that it's bad. It's just or correction. It's not that it's bad. It's just one of those figures where it's like I could spend the money on this if I wanted to get the original Voyager, just the regular old Voyager. But if I didn't buy the regular Voyager at regular Voyager price, I don't think I would have. If I bought it for a regular Voyager price, I don't think I would have bought the 3-pack. But because I knew the 3-pack was coming out and they had announced it, they just hadn't shown off any images for it yet. And I think there was one product image, and it was just of Calcitron. So, are you sure this is the best live stream? Are you absolutely sure about that, Amshri Das? Are you sure? Are you sure I'm the best streamer? I'm definitely not the best streamer, that's for sure. There are people who do way better live streams than me. However, I'm just very grateful for everybody who has shown up. To which, by the way, if you haven't subscribed, you guys definitely need to do that, because we do live streams sporadically. So there's a live stream tonight, and for all I know, next week there could be a live stream in the morning or in the early afternoon. So you never know. Yeah. So that being said, yep, Happy New Year, Transformers fan. Happy New Year, Happy New Year, that's for sure. Welcome to 2025. The year's already starting off to a semi-okay start. I mean, New Year's Eve, we started the Lego Optimus Prime build, and New Year's Day, we tried to continue it, and we found out that there was an issue with the live stream. And then afterwards, I found out that I was missing parts, and missing so many parts that it just did not want. I had to stop building, so I have to wait for Lego to do that again. So what? Okay. Sorry, I didn't quite understand that for a moment there. Sorry. Um, Weird idea, but what if Optimus Prime was in Smash Bros. Ultimate? I'm only asking because I was playing it like an hour ago. I do have the Vector Prime. I have the Legacy Vector Prime. I do have it. But the to answer your thing there, Skibbity Jacket, I think it would be interesting. However, I have a feeling it would be something along the lines of more like Mortal Kombat. Like, I feel like that's where it would more likely be aimed towards. Optimus and Smash Bros would be awesome. I agree, but I think that dynamic would work out a little better if it was in Mortal Kombat, because then you can actually have him transform a little bit and have him, charge up the Matrix if that was to be the Smash Ball or whatever it be. But I think it would be. Not a bad idea. I think it's not a bad idea. I think if Nintendo had, hold on here. What's your biggest hope for Age of the Primes? Actually, they kind of already answered a few questions I had about Age of the Primes when they released the very first few images of Wave 1. That being said, I have not pre-ordered anything for Age of the Primes because I tend to find a lot of that stuff out in the wild usually anyway, so it doesn't really matter. This one I ordered, and the last one I ordered, the last three figures I ordered, but there's Transformers Forged to Fight, but that's a mobile game, and mobile games kind of just they have a feel to them that just does not feel like it needs to be a game. Like this could easily be. Oh, it was taken down? I didn't know that. I did not know it was taken down. I thought it was still going. But no, do I play Earthwarp? I did. No, I do for I did for a short time when it came out, but I haven't messed with it in ages. But but no, when I to go back to that other question about Age of the Primes, I'm very excited about Age of the Primes specifically because the one question that I had answered that they kind of answered to me off in the first like images that they showed was, is there going to be more different continuity characters that are going to show up? That was the first thing I had questions about. And the second one was, are they going to continue doing animated? So, yeah. Yeah, I did. I did for a little bit. I played it just... I didn't know it was taken... Was it taken down? I don't know. Anyways, it's not taken down, but Netflix owned the... that makes sense. That makes sense. I do not have a Netflix account, and I really don't care to purchase one because somebody else already has one, and I've already got a profile on it, so I don't need to pay for it. I'm fine. However, I appreciate the info on that Skibbity Jacket. I really do appreciate that because I am willing to let you guys know I did not know that. I did not know that Netflix owns the rights to that game. However, that makes a lot of sense that Netflix owns the rights to those games. Or to that game specifically, excuse me. Non-sponsored brown drink. To which, that being said, if you guys do have a Netflix... oh, wait, you hold on. I want an expensive figure. If I can't get Megatron, I'll get Onyx Prime. If I can't get that, I'll get a Grim... Buddy, I'm going to tell you right now, two of the most expensive Transformers figures that have ever come out of Studio Series, I have them sitting right here. Right here. In fact, I actually have them sitting right here. This guy and this guy. Those two are the most expensive ones that you can get aside from Blackout and Ironhide. Ironhide's like top expense one right now. But no, these two, I can't go anywhere and find this guy for less than like 90 to $100, and this guy I can't find him for anything less than 200 to 250 unopened. So, yes, I do agree with that, the Age of the Primes G2 Grimlock. I'm excited because they're doing the G2 Dinobots along with the Generation 1 Dinobots, but at the same time, what was the whole Legacy Evolutions Toxitron collection thing that they had going on? What was that Grimlock? Was that not G2 Grimlock? Or was that just a concept art of G2 Grimlock? I don't know, and I don't feel like going to go buy that figure ever again. It's also not very fun. You tap or swipe to hit the characters, and that's okay, but but save like a 200-year-old, what? But save your 200 a year and skip the game. Oh yeah, meet Grimlock go vroom. Yeah, I think if Grimlock was to turn into something, he'd turn into something like a Dodge Charger if he turned into something at all. Hear that roar of the engine. My biggest hope, though, for Transformers Age of the Primes, my biggest hope for them Yeah, I know he turned into something in the alternators, but I couldn't remember. But that's fine. Um, I refuse to say that name, so please do not repeat Keegan Michael Key in that comment section again, please. I do not appreciate that. I feel like they made Bumblebee. I feel like his representation of Bumblebee was not very good. I was not a fan of him. So, depending on which one you buy, I know Alternator Sideswipe is still right around $20. So, I mean, if you manage to find that one, you'll be in business there, son. So, but anyways, let's see here. I think we'll keep the stream going for maybe another 5-10 minutes, and then we'll end it out tonight. And then I got to get to reviewing, and then tomorrow I got to go work on school stuff. So, who knows German? I don't. I'm willing to admit that I don't. I don't know German at all. um, but Beast Wars Neo Moon costs like a whole soul. Does it though? Because honestly, I think if Beast Wars Neo or Beast Wars 2 or what was it, like Beast Wars, any of that was going to be like somewhere in the ballpark of, like, if you can find it unopened, maybe, especially the White Moon. I don't. Er, Ich bin Megatron. Yeah, I'm going to assume that says I am Megatron, so that's great. But anyways, especially the White Moon. I don't know much about Beast Wars Neo toy line. All I know is that certain figures got a release over here, and certain figures did not get a release over there. So, uh, the only thing I know about that one is that I want the what was it? The big convoy or the mammoth convoy, whatever the heck it's called. The multi combiner Optimus Prime Beast Wars thing there. The White Moon was like 2000 through 2000 piece limited edition. That's cool. Like I said, I don't know much about Beast Wars Neo, so you're talking to you're talking to somebody who's only watched a few episodes dubbed. That's literally the most I've seen is like maybe 5 or 6 episodes that have been dubbed into American for the very least, or maybe not dubbed, but subtitled. Excuse me. So, um, yeah. Okay. So Skibbity Jacket, Transformers games are good or they're good or they're trash. There is no in between. Maybe one or two you've not played a lot of. You've not have not played a lot of Transformers games. Who do you think should appear in a sequel for Transformers 1? Okay, well, I'm going to answer the second question first, and then I'll get to the first one. So, the second question being, what do you think, or who do you think is going to appear in a sequel for Transformers 1? Um, if they decide to continue with that storyline and with that timeline, if they decide to continue with it, there's only a really small place to go, and that's up. And when you've already built yourself a brand new continuity that kind of explains everything that's necessary, and there's not really anything else that needs to really be built off of it, because at this point, you kind of know all the story of what happens now after everything goes down, right? The only thing that I can think of that I would really like to see happen
is I would definitely like to see I would like to see the Quintessons explored a little more. Because all we know about them is, oh yeah, they ruled over Cybertron and Sentinel Prime made a deal with them. Hooray. So there's that. Not to mention they brought in so many different characters from so many different continuities. It was really difficult to keep track of. Like for example, I don't know if you guys saw this, but there were a couple of like I saw G2 Road Rocket on the racing board. I saw like I think I saw what was it? I saw a couple of characters that I only recognized from like Prime. So there's a lot of things there that it was going to be good, but yeah. Um, Thomas, oh, thank you. I appreciate that. I will take that with what I'll take that as the complimentary meaning for it. Um, so now to continue on, but I think the quintessons need to be explored a little more, and I think they need to kind of drop the whole idea with arachnid. So, so yeah. But anyways, I think they needed. I think that Arachnid was a little too much. I'm gonna be honest. I think her character could have easily been cut from the story, and it would have not made a difference. Um, so, anyways, I'm going to answer Skibbity Jacket's question now, which would be, um, I think that there's a few Transformers games that are actually really, really good. To continue off of that statement, there's only 3 to 4 that I would honestly recommend you go out and buy. The first one being is the Transformers, the video game from based off the '07 movie. That's one I would 100% say go for it. So that is one thing. That is one thing I will say. I would say that is a 100% great game. I would go for it. Um, the second one being Transformers: Dark of the Moon. So that would be the set like the third one. That video game was amazing. I quite enjoyed playing that. And the next two are kind of concurrent with each other, so you have to play them like one right after the other once you've completed both sides of the game. And that is Transformers War for Cybertron and Fall of Cybertron. Those two video games were amazingly good, so good that when the Xbox 360 servers went down, that was one of the very few games that was the last ones that people wanted to play. So that game was going all the way up until the servers were completely disconnected in 2022. Yeah, 2022. So that is those two games are wonderful. Transformers Devastation is an okay game. I wouldn't 100% recommend it if you buy it for full price. If you buy it for like $5 at the Walmart, discount bin for the video game section, I would say that would be where it needs to go. So, not a game that I would definitely play or buy again to be specific. So, yeah. But I do agree with you. There is no in between. There absolutely is no in between for that. There's also no excuse for the crap that goes down with it too. For example, if there is like a really really bad glitch in the game, and somebody doesn't take care of it right away, or somebody doesn't do anything with it, or it just goes to be a problem, then you have a terrible game. Hold on, y'all know how to type. Hello. Hi, Governor. Pip Pip and Cheerio. Anyways, um, yeah, I may have just offended several viewers. I'm sorry, but no, that's the deal that's going down. So I must say this though about the Transformers stuff that's going on lately. I'm very grateful for the fact that we're getting new packaging. Like they're doing away with this. I'm glad they're doing away with this on both ends of packaging, so we're not going to have to deal with open-ended packaging for leader classes anymore. Um, I'm glad they're doing away with that. Um, I'm very, very, very. Hold on here. The one that came after the two good Transformers game, Fall of Cybertron and War for Cybertron, they came out with a game I could make in Microsoft Paint.
Let me explain something to you, Skibbity Jacket. Those games are not something you can do in Microsoft Paint. Oh wait, after the two good Transformers game, Fall of Cybertron and War for Cybertron, they came out with a game I could make in Microsoft Paint. Well, there's a couple of games that you could have made in Microsoft Paint. There's a really old one. How to Traumatize Random People. Step 1, show them the 86 Transformers movie. Yep, already done. Already done. Yeah, that is one of the few that was actually a movie I watched when I was like 6. That was the first time I watched that movie. And that was actually one of the few times that, take note, I grew up not particularly sheltered. I wasn't sheltered from the world, but I was definitely given a different perception of the world. So War for Cybertron, yeah, they were very, very, very good movies. Or not movies, video games, my bad. But so I wasn't sheltered per se, but I was definitely like I had a different perception of the world. So it's not exactly like, I was watching, fluffy cartoons all the time. But it's also not like I wasn't watching it's not like I was also watching rated R movies at the same time. War for Cybertron, yeah, those are good. So how long will we last? How long we will last? Yeah, that was a good that was it. So, um, but no, no. So I didn't really. That was like kind of my when I was like 6 years old. That was kind of like my version of like, ooh, I want to watch an action movie. That was what I would watch. So, you know, that movie was not as traumatizing for me as it was for a different generation because I watched the Generation One show after I watched the movie. Because take note, the movie came out in 1986 and the television show came out before then, and I did not have a way to watch them until afterwards. But, anyways, that being said, I think we will continue this conversation for another day. I think everybody's getting a little tired and sleepy. So, that being said, we shall end this stream by listing off all of the names here that have shown up to said stream. So, that being said, thank you to Dold. Well, thank you to Stephen Cranford. Thank you to Azilla. Zaga the Animator. Shout out to once again Preston Singvongza. Tell me if I've screwed that up in the comment section below. I don't know if I've messed that up. But also do not forget to subscribe to Azilla one more time. Skibbity Jacket, Mid Art, Amshri Das. See if we got anybody else in here too. Oh, Optimus Prime edits. Don't forget him as well. Don't forget to check out Squawk Squawk as well. He does. He's been to a few of these. And also, don't forget to check out Devin Poon Big Fan Transformers. Don't forget to check him out as well. And I think that just about does it for all of the attendees this evening. So, that being said, thank you for watching, and this is Thomas Fennel once saying, do not forget to keep playing with your toys. Don't forget. Good night.